what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it.
I thought Miller Moss was really good. I thought USC's receivers were really good. I thought the defense, though, at times did make winning plays. Watching the tape, it didn't look related, not even a third cousin, to what we saw on tape a year ago, and that is encouraging. This defense is better, will continue to get better, and Brian Kelly talked about this one. Alondra, it's Brian Kelly 9. He talked about the improvements and what he saw from the defense.
We got really good play from our defensive tackle position. Very consistent play. We got depth play at the defensive end position. Really good play there. You know, I liked our linebacker play, and I liked our corners. We've got to get more production at the safety position. It's got to be better for us. So production there is key for us moving forward.
And I think, Taylor, you played that one a little bit earlier, but just in case anybody missed it, I kind of agree. Like, that was the assessment of the tape from me. Now, it wasn't perfect by any means. I know you had a free play, and it was a one-on-one situation, and USC, again, in the fourth quarter, they went and made a play. And you were right there, and you didn't make the play. And those are things that, obviously are going to flash to you on tape. But last year, you weren't even in position to make that play. And the corners are young, and we talked about that. And it does feel like they were moving in the right direction. Safety is going to be interesting. I thought there were some good things that Jordan Allen did. I certainly thought that he had some plays in the contest, but I wonder what Spears' role is going to be moving forward. Like, how young do you want to be is going to be my question in the defensive backfield. And Taylor, I'll throw this one back to you because it's a position that you've probably talked about more than even T-Bob and I. Do you get nervous? Okay, so Gilbert was in there, struggled. They targeted him. He got beat a couple times. He's out this first half. Is there a worry that if you put another young player into the secondary that you're basically going to have all young players in all four positions?
Yeah, it's a worry for sure. That's why I mentioned Sage Ryan earlier. Like, I get it. A lot of people have certain opinions of Sage Ryan, and I understand he hasn't lived up to the 5-star hype, but he also came to LSU to play safety. He has not played safety here at LSU. He came in, he took over the nickel spot last year out of necessity, and this year he's played corner. Could you move him back there? But also, Nichols is as good a game as any, probably better than most, to get a guy like Deshaun Spears in there and get him ready. So, yeah, it's a concern for me, but I thought Ashton Stamps looked really good on one side of the field. I hated that he gave up that late touchdown because I thought he played really good until then.
He was your highest graded defender.
Also, you were at the game. Where was J.K. Johnson? Because he was a guy that was in the starting rotation a lot of times during fall camp. I mean, him and Sage Ryan were rotating out quite a bit. I don't think I saw him play a snap. Now, he hasn't played a ton of football, but, I mean, that's a veteran player who's been in college a lot.
I didn't have him on my production chart as far as playing in the game. I know Brown, the other transfer from Ohio State, he played probably about 10 snaps. And he wasn't – so Brown gets in the game. And number 17, and it's a player that we all know. I mean, he's coming over from Ohio State, but we all have our, charts, and we use multiple sites to get these, and we confirm everything with each school, right? And Brown's not on the chart, so that's a player we know, but certainly was not expecting him to play, Taylor. So I don't know. I don't know where J.K. Johnson is. I don't know his status, but that was a player that you thought would play ahead of Brown. And Brown played 10 snaps, and I don't have J.K. Johnson on the chart as far as playing in the game. So that might be something to find out here this week. I do want to continue talking about the edge players, and we talked about Savion Jones, but also I thought Braden Swinson had a couple of nice moments. He did a really nice job of setting the edge and playing in the zone read and playing both the running back and the quarterback. Going back and watching the tape, you can kind of watch Miller Moss's eyes, and he definitely had the ability to pull the ball if he wanted to on some of those zone runs. But I thought Swinson did a really nice job of staying right there, not giving him that option, but also being fast enough and quick enough in his thought process to get down the line and then tackle Marks. He actually, probably 2 or 3 different times, he was the one that got Marks coming from the backside. And I bring that up because on the flip side of it, if we're going back to LSU on offense and we're talking about the run game, and again, the easy target's the offensive line. They were the most heralded coming in, and when you think run game, if you don't watch a tape, you're thinking, oh, offensive line, it's only offensive line. And again, they can certainly raise their level of play. There was some good, but there can be better, without question. But then we start talking about the tight end position and where they really need to go up. Again, 2 lowest graded players in the run game on offense were your 2 tight ends. But also the thing that it wasn't, you didn't have to watch the film. During the broadcast, if you listen to me, I said it 73 times, and it was probably like, okay, we get it, but I was waiting for it. They added an extra defender into your run game because they did not, feel threatened at all by Garrett Nussmeier pulling the football and running around the corner. And a year ago, you were terrified if you played LSU to not have your edge defender hold point and just wait for Jaden Daniels. Now, this isn't necessarily like Garrett Nussmeier is a great pocket passer. He is what he is, right? But I was surprised that at some point that wasn't something that they came back to, because when I say the edge defender came down the line every single time with his hair on fire, he didn't even remotely think about the possibility of Garrett Nussmeier pulling any of these zone reads and running around the corner. So basically you're adding an extra run defender into your run defense, because normally that guy who's setting the edge, well, he's going to kind of hold point, right? He's probably going to strong arm you. He's going to try to keep his shoulders square to the quarterback. He's going to try to play both. And he's going to be late getting into any play that's going to be made on the front side of it where the running back is trying to press the front side before he cuts backside. And so you get an extra body because that guy, yes, he's in the play, but he's worried about 2 things, so he's a slow player because he has to be. That's what the defense calls for. Well, they're adding an extra guy in because when the ball was snapped, that edge defender was trying to go through the blocker or inside the blocker. Like the crucial 3rd down where you hurried up, and we'll get to that. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Where you hurried up and you tried to get on the ball, 3rd and 1, and you get hit in the backfield, that edge defender goes right across Pimpton's face. I mean, right across it. Right now, didn't think about it, didn't care. That's something that on tape they've already noticed. There's no question about it. And now, how much do you put on Garrett Nussmeier 3 times a game to keep the defense honest and pull that? And I'll see, we're not supposed to play clips on here. I know, like, it's not something we used to, and now we don't have really the ability to do so. But maybe we can find a TV copy of it because we'll show you exactly what we're talking about. And so defensively, that gives you the advantage if the offense is not going to counter off of it. Pimpton's got to be better. That was not a great attempt. But also, the defender knew where he was going immediately and didn't worry about his responsibility. That is something that I would, probably not even this week against Nichols, but against South Carolina on the road, do not be surprised if you see Garrett Nussmeier pretty early in the game pull one of those zone reads and run around the corner for 11 yards.
Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.